I've been running this machine as my main system every day for weeks now, and it quietly changed how I think about what a serious desktop feels like. Skytech Chronos 3. This isn't for someone who tolerates stutters or shrugs when loading screens drag. This is for the person who feels quality, who notices when motion is fluid, when apps respond instantly, when nothing gets in the way of the flow. You know exactly what that feels like because you've lived with compromise long enough to recognize when performance finally clicks. Before anything else, check the current price in stock. Rigs balanced with a powerful Intel Core and RTX graphics don't sit at steady prices forever, and waiting usually ends up costing more than you expect. You remember the moment you knew it was time to upgrade. Maybe your last rig faltered mid-mission. Maybe exporting a project felt like a negotiation. Maybe switching between heavy tasks felt like pushing through resistance. That was it at the moment you realized you'd outgrown it as fine and started craving gear that actually keeps up with what you do. Once Skytech Chronos 3 became my everyday driver, that constant nagging question, is this going to handle it, just disappeared. Games don't just load, they feel responsive. Creative software doesn't hang, it flows. Even multitasking with 10 things going feels smooth, like the machine was already ready for your next command. You stop thinking about whether it can handle it because it already does before you finish the thought. This performance isn't about numbers on paper. You feel it. Quick scene transitions, instant reaction times, confidence that what you do next one lag behind that as the shift. Once you sense that level of responsiveness, anything slower starts to feel like motion through molasses. If you even slightly curious, don't wait for price dips or stock quirks. Machines this capable get picked up fast, and hesitation usually turns into regret. You might wonder if it is too much. The opposite happens, you start doing more. You stop trimming settings just to keep things playable. You push graphics higher, render timelines faster, run more tasks in parallel because the system never flinches. And here is something most people don't predict: that smooth everyday experience spills into everything you do, even tasks you didn't think of as performance heavy, and suddenly they feel easier. Owning something built at this level subtly changes how you approach your day. You sit down with calm confidence because you trust the machine. Every time you glance at something weaker, you find yourself back here, because once you've experienced this level of responsiveness, weaker just doesn't satisfy. Gameplay feels quick and fluid, loads feel instant instead of slow, creative work feels composed and confident, multitasking feels effortless, everything feels ready for more. It is not the tiniest footprint art blighting, isn't everyone's vibe. Eventually, the endless comparison loop wears out. That S when you realize you were circling back to the choice you already wanted all along, you just needed that nudge to go for it. Don't let this become one of those upgrades you delay and later regret. Check availability now while it is still steady. If you're ready to stop negotiating with your hardware and start enjoying performance that actually keeps pace with what you do, Skytech Chronos 3 makes that leap feel unmistakably right.